r/askreddit, people who stayed single. How did it turn out? Don't forget some buttered popcorn and snacks. Feeling this a lot lately. I enjoy the freedom, but when I have free time to sit around and think, usually get that pang of loneliness and wish I had someone to spend life with. I have officially hit a point where it's a dating red flag that I have never been married. Me too. If that red flag exists, I have hit it. I'm 64 and never married. Lonely sometimes, but I don't sit in my driveway for an hour avoiding going home. That will be my motivational quote from now on. Reaching 30s and untouched. I am purity. I am holy. I am a saint. All rise. Pretty sure this makes you a wizard, right? WTF, this is how I feel, but I am probably more pure than you. I have greater powers. Looking at the exes I dumped, I dodged a bullet. Looking at the exes that dumped me, they dodged a bullet. I'm happy but lonely. I'd rather be lonely than unhappy though. Not by choice and at first fine. 30 years later lonely as hell. Don't worry, tech brothers gonna make real classy fuck dolls soon. They got your back, bro. Same here. Same after 15 years. The sex and meals have been a bit disappointing. Everything else, awesome. Treat yourself. There's some places outside of Vegas for one issue. Happy and lonely. I frequently argue with myself about where to go out for dinner, just so I can be more empathetic with my married friends. But it doesn't work very well because I 100% win every argument. This made me crack up, lol. I'm lonesome but happy, rich but I'm broke. You also lose 100% of the arguments. It's a superposition. So, if you take the average, you're only winning 50% of the time. Great. I enjoy my own company and do what I want, when I want. I find the freedom almost a barrier to looking for a relationship. It's like, I'm not entirely sure I want to start considering someone else's opinions and feelings when deciding what I'll do today, tomorrow, or whenever. Love it, nobody questions my choices or makes me do things I don't want to do. I suppose better than getting stuck in a toxic relationship with the wrong person. I have more freedom and disposable income than I know what to do with. So quite well. Removed. Considering the dating atmosphere right now, savagely better than the alternative. Might just be my area, but holy shit, people are either insane, narcissistic, or don't know how to take proper care of themselves. So fuck it, I'm single. The internet tells me there are hot singles in my area. Maybe you're just in the wrong area. Fine so far, in my mid-30s. Realized a while ago being in a relationship wasn't something I was able to do. I do often wonder what's wrong with me and also worry about what it'll mean for me long-term, old age, but at the moment I love being single and wouldn't want any different. I wish this was me. I hate being married. Thankfully no kids. I have someone around but I'm so unhappy. I would leave if I could but I can't, so status quo. Retirement community. This isn't by choice. I'm fine and thriving 90% of the time. It's that other 10% that really gets me. 95% of the time I'm thankful that I get to sleep on my queen bed B/C. Sometimes I toss and turn repeatedly. 5% of the time I think to myself how nice it would be to fall asleep and wake up next to somebody, on a bed big enough to fit 2 adults. Almost 50 and it's great being single. Being in a relationship would also be great. Fine, so far. Loner by nature. My married compatriots complain a lot more. I'm only disappointing myself now. Everything far better but I miss having sex. A shell of myself. Apathetic towards everything. Being single is expensive. I wish I had someone to split some of the bills with. That love thing sounds neat too, I guess. It's good taking a shit when you don't have anyone to worry about other than your cat. Other than that, it's nice. Wow, this hit me hard. Is the cat fine? Just got out of a 3-year relationship, loneliness hitting like a train RN. Feel it and let it go when you are ready. Took me a bit longer than I expected, but here I'm, 3 years single and now I'm getting my feet back into the dating pool. Hope you pass through it fine. 11 years for me. It too shall pass. I'm sorry for you. Hope it gets better soon. I've been single for all of my 20s so far, and while I would like being in a relationship, I don't miss the breakup stage where multiple of my last girlfriends have strung me along until they dumped me for the guy who they kept saying was just a friend. I look forward to dating mature women who don't play games and who actually want to settle down. 30s is the same girls with either kids or trauma or both. Still sucks, sorry. I got burned by a few failed relationships/attempts at one and stopped trying. These days I feel like few are willing to see a relationship through difficult circumstances. Many bail at the slightest inconveniences. Relationships seem to be very opportunistic now and I don't have it in me to play any games. I'm thinking I'd rather be alone than have someone throw me away and face that abyss again. Lonely as shit. And last time I got a hug I almost cried. It's so boring not having someone mad at me all the time. I'm asexual and a romantic, so I don't have any desire to be in a relationship. It's going great. Lots of hobbies, lots of free time, good relationship with family, and a couple of good friends. I'm glad I don't have to deal with relationship drama. Horny is through the roof, but dating suck ass and women suddenly become non-existent, or the ones that are interesting never respond. But hey, more money saved. I honestly consider it one of the best decisions I've ever made. I'm in my late 40s, and we didn't really have terms like a romantic and asexual when I was young, but I've come to consider myself to be both of these. There was a lot of pressure when I was young to be in a relationship, but I'm so glad I never made myself do it just to make other people happy. It would never have been the right choice for me. Pretty good. So far so good. Single for the last 3 years. Not great. I'll be honest, it's not by choice, but I'm also not doing too badly. Just lonely sometimes. I own a home, and by my calculations I can save up for a large holiday home in my dream region in Italy in around 5 to 6 years. If I had still been with my ex, I would most likely be working the phones at my country's equivalent to Radio Shack's tech support, living for rent in a shitty and damp apartment that she only got by effectively committing fraud, so I'd have to not only pay a shit and more in rent, but I'd also have to live under worse conditions and have to be concerned about a possible eviction. 33. I've been single for 3 years. Sometimes I'll be at the gym, and I'll see a couple working out together. For a moment I'll think I want that, but then I'm instantly reminded of how crushed I was when my ex cheated on me. Still haven't recovered from that TBH. Pretty good, less confusion and less arguments, so I can't complain. I'm lonely and apathetic. I put on a good face around friends and family, but I would give almost anything for a loving partner. Great. I don't get lonely, so it's good for me. I also treasure quiet time and being around people, they are just so loud. So I work from home and go public 1 day a week, and it works perfect for me. More interaction than that stresses me out. Hope you'll be alright soon, and LT3 virtual hug for you. I'm fine with it, but someone to cuddle on the couch with, while watching a bad zombie movie, would be nice every once in a while.